And he brought you right into it. All right? Did I have brothers hold me something? Give me that Luke 15. Give me Luke 5:32.
Book of Luke 5 and verse 38. Reads thus. But new wine must be put into new bottles. Verse 32. Verse 32. I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repent. But sinners to repent.
All right, that's what the Lord came to do, man. He didn't come for the righteous. He didn't come for those that was already keeping the commandments. Okay, that was walking that path of righteousness. I want you to go there. All right, he came for the sinners, man. He came for the brokenhearted. He came for those that have no idea that they're Israelites, right? And they have a whole list of laws, statutes, and commandments that can put them back in the seat of power.
That's right.
They can put a crown of glory and life upon their heads if they just live by it. Okay? Who've forgotten how to love and care for their own people, man. We kind of step over our own people like they mean absolutely nothing to us. But if you see one of these dirty, nasty Edomites out here who chose to be out here so they can do whatever drugs they want to do, right? You're going to be breaking your damn neck to try to help them out, man.
Right.
All right? Which is so weak. Okay? Brother, give me what I was, what I have. So, start at the top.
Oh, God. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 51 and verse 1, and it reads, have mercy upon me, O Yahweh, according to thy love kindness, according unto the multitude of thy tender mercy. Blot out my transgression, wash me thoroughly from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgression, and my sin is ever before me. Against thee, the only have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight.
Say what? Say what?
Against thee, the only have I sinned, and done this.
Let's talk about it. Okay, let me show you what a fairy tale is. You're living in a fairy tale. Okay, you're walking in a fairy tale.
Right.
All right, I'm so tired of people trying to tell me something about the Bible that they know nothing about.
Nothing about.
Right. But it's a damn fairy tale. Give me Romans 15 and 4, King. Give me Romans 15 and 4 real quick. You give me that Psalm 68 and 11. Hold what y'all had though.
Book of Romans 15 and verse 4. Bring it out. It reads, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Was what?
Were written for our learning.
All right. The Lord had given us this word. It was written for our learning, man. It wasn't written to rock you to sleep. It wasn't written for nobody to tell you a bedtime story. Okay, this ain't no fairy tale. This ain't Lord of the Rings. All right, this is real, man. This is your heritage you want to walk away from so you can hold hands with your damn oppressor and be accepted. You see that? Hey, brother, you got to get out, man. You got to move, man. You got to get out and separate from your enemy because he's going to destroy you.
Right.
Okay? Just like if they would have lynched us for having these, for reading the words of the Lord, okay, and giving them they judgment, they'd have lynched you for holding hands with us.
Wake them up.
You better believe it. Right there, on that circle, they'd have burnt you alive from holding hands with that pig.
That's
with
right.
That devil, with that dog. All right, but you're going to continuously do these things, man.
Right.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 68, verse 11, and it reads that.
Bring it out.
The Lord gave the word.
Say what?
The Lord gave the word.
Okay.
Great was the company of those that published it.
All right, man, the Lord gave us this word, man. This ain't no game. This ain't no fairy tale. You think we out here playing? Hey, sisters. Hey, sisters. You got a minute for the Lord? You believe in the Lord, right?
Hallelujah.
Let me get 2 minutes. I'm going to show y'all something that's written in the Bible. I just want to read you one verse. Can I read you one verse? Give me 28 to 68 real quick. Let me show you this.
Deuteronomy 28:68. Bring it out. Read. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Go ahead, finish that.
With ships.
How was we brought here to America? The so-called African-American, so-called black man, woman, and child. How was we brought here, sister? You know something about history, right? On some ships, right? Ain't that what that Bible just said? That's Deuteronomy 28:68. Finish that, King.
God.
I'm gonna wrap it up. Go ahead, finish that.
again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Who was those enemies that we were sold to when we made it here to America? Who was those enemies? The so-called white man, right? Did they care anything about putting you on an auction block and selling you to the highest bidder? Did they care anything about separating you from your family? If you don't want to be on camera, you ain't got to be, sister. But you can answer that for me, right? Did they care anything about you? Did they care anything about doing that to you? Okay, so why would they care about letting you know who you really are according to the Bible?
Read that out, King.
Okay.
No.
Now you think you're African American, right? They told you was an African American? What do you call yourself? You mixed? What would your father be? Your father from the islands? What island is from? Jamaica? You never met him before? Okay. Go ahead, read that out.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 54.
Bring it out.
And it reads, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
What?
Which he shall lead.
Okay, that's a curse that you just described to me. I barely knew my father either. He was in and out. Okay, but that was prophesied that our people would not know our mothers and fathers, or fathers for the most part. So you don't even know who your father is. According to the Bible, according to those curses, you fit those curses. Those curses was placed on the Israelite people for what? For not keeping the commandments. That's right. 28 and 15 real quick.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15.
Read it out.
And it reads, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses
Listen, sister, read that again.
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right, the Lord say all these curses will be placed upon you for not keeping the commandments that I gave to your forefathers. Okay, so the situation that you just described, not knowing your father, even though you might know that he's from the islands, that's an example of the curse that was placed on our people. Okay, 28 and 68 describes us being led into captivity in chains against our will. Okay, forced to serve in modern day Egypt. Egypt as a word, it only means bondage. That's it. Okay, you living in modern day Egypt. If you, prime example, if you pull out a dollar bill, you look at the back of that dollar bill, you're gonna see a pyramid.
That's right.
Okay, this place is all about Egypt. It's all about these different places that did what? Destroyed and enslaved our people.
That's right.
Oppressed you and disconnected you. Give me Psalms 83 and 2 real quick. Let me show you something else real quick. I know it's cold, sister. You want some hand warmers? You got some hand warmers for you. All right, let me hit you with this real quick. Go ahead.
83 verse 2, and it reads,
Bring this
so
out.
lo, thy enemies make atonement,
Right.
and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head.
Sister, you listening? I want to make sure you're listening to that. Go ahead, read that again.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult,
Right.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
The people that hate you, that hate these young sisters right here, that hate us, they have lifted up their heads. We have caught their attention. Okay? We are the greatest at everything that we do. We set the trends at everything we do. We're the best athletes, the best minds, the best thinkers, the best philosophers this world has ever known.
That's right.
So you have been brought to their attention. What they doing, can you read that?
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and concerned against thy hidden ones.
Who is those hidden ones? Those hidden ones are the same people that have been drugged from one place to another, tucked away in the back parts of America, have no idea who they are, allow somebody else to tell them that you're African American. It seems like every 20 to 30 years, our nationality switches and changes. We go from being Negro, Afro-American, African-American, colored American, and everything else under the sun. How you doing, sister? You believe in the Bible, sister? All right, we out here for y'all, okay? You keep that. You keep that. I want you to get into it because and I want to ask you before you leave, what is your nationality based on what we just told you? What's your nationality, sister? Yes, based on what we just told you, according to the Bible that you said you believed in. That's another loaded question. That's why you got to stay and listen, sister. Give me 29 and 1 real quick.
It's the book of Deuteronomy. It's the last one. 29 and verse 1, you read.
Bring it
These
out.
are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Say who?
With the
Children of Israel.
A black woman.
With
The children of Israel.
That's who you are. You are an Israelite according to the Bible.
That's right.
Okay, that's your nationality. That's what they don't want y'all to know. Okay? They want you to play. They want you to kind of to go about your daily life and forget everything that you have heard about who you really are as a people.
Right.
Okay, and fall directly into their hands. And every time you do, they just kind of, they go, whoo, yes. We got it. They'll never wake up. They'll never realize that they're Israelites. Now, sister, let me ask you a question real quick. Do you know who your father is? Do you know what your nationality is? Are you a so-called black woman? Right? So-called, right? I say so-called because that's not really who you are.
Right.
Okay?
Oh yeah, we're blending into the nationality because the black race is a blended race.
Okay? We're blended. Why? Because we get scattered all over the world. Give me Psalms 44 and 11 real quick. Okay? You can find a so-called black person on every continent, in every country on planet Earth. Why is that? Is it just because, right? Did we decide to just pick up and scatter and travel here and travel there? Or was we taken to these different places against our will and forced to be slaves? It seemed like you as an Israelite, us as Israelites, we serve no other purpose but serving these wicked nations, bro, and building up their societies and their kingdoms for them. And that was our only purpose for living, right? Why is that? We was being punished as a people.
That's
Okay,
right.
bring that out real quick.
Psalms 44 verse 11.
it
God
out.
has given us like sheep appointed for meat and has scattered us.
See what we're doing there? We showing you who that person really is. That's an imposter. That's not his. That's not even the Lord's physical. That's a white man. Absolutely. That's who they created. Okay. Let's get the account. Give me Revelations 1 and 13. Let me show you what he looks like.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 13.
Bring it up.
Reads thus.
Bring it out.
In the midst of the seven candlesticks, walk unto the Son of Man,
Right.
clothed with a garment to the foot, and girt about the paps
With a golden girdle. All right. So that means the Lord, the champion of the universe. Okay. You got that belt on, that championship belt. Ain't nobody beat you, right? All right. Read on that.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
What?
White like wool.
Now let me ask you a question real quick. What people that you know, physical characteristics, is their hair being like the texture of wool? Look at my hair. Our people, right? Okay. Read on in there.
White like wool, as white as snow,
Right.
and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
All right. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? You think about the Lord, you think about this imposing force, this imposing figure. A man so tall, so mighty, right? Got these piercing red eyes that can see right through your soul and right through your thoughts. Okay? With skin like mine. All right? Now, we're not really getting into color. But what I'm trying to do is to show you the physical characteristics of the Lord is not how they painted him and depicted him. Okay? That's what you call what? Iconoclasm. You familiar with iconoclasm? To an extent, that was their attempt to take the faces and figures of these important people throughout the Bible, these prophets, and the Lord himself, and put their own face on them. Okay? Give me that in I'm on First Maccabees. Yeah, read that. First Maccabees
In his
3.
feet like unto fire brass, as if they burned in a furnace, in his voice as the sound of many waters.
Give me Job 9 and 24. Listen to this real quick, sister. I'm going to show you that they pointed, the Bible shows you that they will do this. It actually points at iconoclasm being something that your enemy, the adversary, the so-called European man, that's what he does, okay?
The book of First Maccabees 3 and verse 48.
Bring it out.
And lay open the book of the law,
Right.
wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
What's that? That's letting you know that the heathen, who's the heathen? The so-called European man. They got a hold of your law, right? They say, hey, we can't let them know that this is talking about them. They can't ever know that he was black. Let's do this. Let's take all because at one time, and especially in places like Russia, they had these icons, these paintings, these sculptures, these statues that had our real likeness on them, right? You can see Moses as a so-called black man. You can see King Solomon as a so-called black man. You can see the Lord as a so-called black man, okay? They knew that. So what they wanted to do, they wanted to go in and change the likeness of all those figures, okay? Who does that? The wicked man. Give me that real quick in Job 9, 24.
book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Yeah.
And it reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Hold up. Now, who owns the earth today? Who ruling the earth today? Who those men that's taking that crafty counsel and sitting around on them nasty round tables talking about how they can destroy us as a people? What nation of people is doing that? Is it our own people that's doing it? On a grand scale, a big level like that?
That's right.
That's right. Okay, that's right. That's exactly who's doing that to us. Okay, so the Lord Himself is telling you that the earth is given into the hands of these devils, these so-called white people, to do what, gang?
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
He covering the faces of the judges thereof. What that sound like to you? Again, that sounds like an example of iconoclasm. That sounds like them putting their own faces on everybody. That's why you watch a movie, you can't watch Passion of the Christ, you can't watch 10 Commandments without some old nasty white dude portraying Moses, portraying Jesus, right? The one that they call Jesus, that's not his real name. Okay, and every other important prophet and figure that made a difference throughout the scriptures. Okay, how is that possible? So it's scientifically being in that region of Fertile Crescent in Israel, that would have been impossible for those men to be.
I'm looking at it right now. You hear me?
Right, but we go on believing that. He tell us we believe it. Why? Why is that? We cursed as a people. Okay, let me show you that. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. Now read.
Go to rule 4:1.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All
these curses
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right, y'all brothers believe in the Bible? The Bible letting us know that everything that we go through, sister, you are Israelite. Little brother, you are Israelite, okay? You chosen, man. All right? All praises to the Most High, man. Your brother got the word, man. Your brother knows what's going on. Now, to y'all believe in the Bible, right? I think you said, yeah. The Bible is letting you know that everything that we go through as a people, there's a reason for it, right? You can read about it in the scriptures. But our people, they turned off to the Bible because we think it's a fairy tale. We think it's contradictory. We think it don't make sense. We don't have any understanding of the scriptures. Okay? Right? So let's get into it real quick. 28 and 15 describes curses being placed upon our people. Why? For not keeping the commandments that the Lord had given to Moses to give to the children of Israel. Okay? Give me 29 and 1 real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1. And it reads, these are the words of the covenant, which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Who?
The
Children of Israel.
Black people.
The children of Israel.
All right? So this is a covenant. We entered into an agreement. It was like a contract, a binding agreement. Okay? That we would serve the Most High God, and He would be our God, and we would be His people. He gave us these laws, these ordinances to keep. We were supposed to keep them. We was charged to keep them. What happened? We chose not to. Right? We wanted to sacrifice our children to God that neither breathe, don't talk, can't care for you, can't cry for you, can't save you, can't do anything for you. Okay, brother? So, give me 28 and 68 real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Out.
And it reads, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
What's Egypt? What did Egypt mean? That's got a word. That's a word. That's actually a word. It has a meaning. It has a definition. It ain't just a place. When you hear Egypt, you think about over there with the pharaohs and the pyramid and all that, right? But as a word, it has a meaning. Okay? What does that mean? Give me Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy 5 and verse 6.
Yeah.
I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
From the house of bondage. That means Egypt is synonymous with the word bondage. Okay? When you hear Egypt, that means slavery, incarceration, bondage. Okay? Being carried off in chains. Forced to build the city for the treasure city for Pharaoh. Okay? What we do when our people was brought here to America, what was the first thing that they had us doing? Working, slavery, building these cities. Pretty much everything that you see has been built off the blood, sweat, and tears, the back of a so-called black man. Okay? Just like in ancient Egypt. Okay? The Israelites went through the same damn thing in ancient Egypt. They was building the pyramids and the statues of Pharaoh. Okay? Give me Exodus 1 and 13 real quick. Let me show you. All right?
Bring it out, bring it out. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 13, and it reads that.
Bring it out.
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
They made you, they forced you to serve with great rigor. That means off the sweat of your brow. They was forcing you to make them bricks. I don't know if y'all ever seen the old Ten Commandments movie, but it make me think of that. They had the children of Israel making the damn bricks with no straw, right? Without the base materials that they needed to make them, and our people still found a way to make them. Read on in that case.
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar and in brick, and of all manner of service in the field.
Okay.
All their service within there, they made them serve with rigor.
All right. That's what happened to the Israelites the first time they was in Egypt. Okay. Read 28 and 68 from the top again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And it reads, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right? Again. So that means that you was in Egypt. The Israelites was in Egypt at one point in time. So this is not talking about the first time that we was in Egypt. This is saying literally, I'm going to bring you into Egypt, that's bondage and slavery again. Okay, don't think about the landmass. Think about what the word Egypt means. All right, it means bondage. Y'all got a dollar bill in your pocket? Pull out that dollar bill. Look at the back up. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Look at the back of that dollar bill. What you see on it? Pyramid. You see a pyramid on it. This place is, hey, they love Egypt. They love what the Egyptians did to us. All right, they love how they raped us. They love how they used us to build. It was a smart move, according to them, as far as they're concerned, right? To have us build these cities for them. So they did the same damn thing. Read on in that.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
How was we brought here to America?
With ships.
On ships, right? All right, y'all know basic history. American, so-called American history. We was brought here on ships. Well, what other mode of transportation could there possibly have been? Did we all decide to pay for a flight and fly over to America? No, that would have been impossible in that time period. Right. Okay, we was brought here in chains. They put us on the bottom of the ships, right? So many of our people never made it across here. Okay, so much death, so much disease, right? So much despair and sadness and heartbreak because they was tearing us apart from our families. All right, did you finish that? Go ahead, finish that, King.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
okay,
thou shalt see it no more again.
All right.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Your enemies was the ones that did this to us, did this to your ancestors, your forefathers. Okay, treated us like we had no rights at all whatsoever. All right. They don't want to. They want to talk to you about the Holocaust. You can have you in school learning all day about the Holocaust, but they want to neglect the fact that it was the majority of our people that's how they started the Holocaust, by killing so-called black Germans. All right, by rounding up so-called black Germans. Yes, experimenting on them. All right, putting them in concentration camps. That's how the Holocaust really started. Okay, everywhere we went, somebody had a problem with us. Somebody hated us. Why is that? It's not because of your skin. It's because of your blood. It's because of the covenant that you received, okay, that belongs to you. Give me Sirach 24, 23. Give me Sirach 24, 23, and I'm finna give y'all some commandments real quick.
Bring it out, bring it out. 24 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
All these things are in the book of the covenant of the Most High God.
Right.
Even the law which Moses commanded for inheritance unto the congregations of Jacob.
Say what? That means that this book, this Bible, that they told you was just a religious book, this is in actuality your heritage. This is literally your heritage. This is your genealogy. You don't need to go to Ancestry.com. You don't need to go to 23andMe. All you need to do is open this book, right? And know where to start. And you will learn, you will know who you are and where you come from, where your forefathers came from, what your role is, what your purpose is on this earth, right? You meant to be a ruler. Do y'all want to rule? Are you ready to rule? All right, then you got to be willing to do what's necessary to rule. That means what? Keeping the commandments, brothers. Okay? Y'all love the Most High? Y'all love God, right? How you show them that you love him? You live a lifestyle? Okay. What about you? What you say? not sure? That's okay. That's all right. I'm gonna show you. This is how you show the Lord that you love him.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3, and it reads, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
Say what?
That we keep his commandments.
Just say we love him.
That we keep his commandments.
Right?
And his commandments are not
That's
grievous.
how you show the Lord that you love him. All right? It's just like a father-son relationship. How do you make your father happy with you? How do you prove to your father that you love and you care about what he say to you? You do what he tell you to do. Okay? The Lord is the same way, man. We entered into a contract. This was an agreement. We made a deal. All right? It was simple. You keep these commandments, you live, I'm gonna give you everything. You can have it all. This world belongs to you. All right? Or you can choose not to, and I'm gonna give you death. All right? And that's just like if you don't do what your daddy say, he gonna put something on your backside.
Right.
Am I right or am I wrong? Otherwise, he's not a good father. Okay? So let's talk about some commandments real quick. Did you have something? Go ahead, bring it up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 5, and it reads thus. And it reads thus. Thou shalt also consider in thy heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy God chasteneth thee.
Think about that. Okay? You in that father-son relationship with the Most High. So just like a father would chastise his son for not being obedient, for being disobedient, the Most High God is going to chastise you. Just that same way.
Right.
All right? So how do we stop these things from happening to us? All right? How do we stop ourselves from being the first fired and the last hired? All right? How do we stop ourselves? Look, I saw a statistic the other day, right? And me and my reel, we kind of looked it up. Did you know that us, as a people, we make up 13% of the population here in America, yet we make up about 40% of all of the homeless people in this country? Think about the math behind that. We only 13% out of 100%, okay, of people that's living in America, but yet we are 40% of the homeless population here, okay? How else could that happen to us, to a people that's clearly superior to them? Do you think our people have a choice of living out here in the slums in the ditch, right? Compared to their people who choose to live out here because they want to smoke and do drugs, all manners of drugs all day long under the sun, right? Why the hell, and I ask this question a lot, why the hell would you rather be out here living the way you live when your people rule the world? That make you a two-time loser, don't it? That make them a two-time loser. Because your people rule everything in this world. Why would you choose to be out here living in a ditch, sleeping in front of a store? My people ain't got no choice. We don't have a choice. These things just happen to us. Everybody just hate us. We can't get along from the faith. All right? Brother, you an Israelite according to the Bible. Sister, you an Israelite. Okay, y'all got to repent and keep the commandments. All right? So let's get into some commandments. All right? We talked a lot. We talked enough about curses. I done gave you proof that you're an Israelite, but that's only part one. You got to know what you need to do going forward. Okay, it's like, what's next? Do y'all eat pork? You eat pork? Okay, what about you, brother? All right, let me tell you something about the Bible. The Bible gives you laws, right? Everything that you need to know, and especially when it comes to what you eat and put into your body. All right, you got to be careful what you put inside of your vessel. This world is designed to make sure you never know, you never learn that you're an Israelite, and there are laws that you're supposed to be keeping, such as not eating pork. Give me Leviticus 11 and 7.
Leviticus 11 and verse 7. In the swine, right? Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed.
Now, what's the swine?
What size?
What's swine? It's a pig, right? Go ahead, read on.
Though he divides the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
Say what?
He is unclean to you.
All right. So the pig is known as what you call an unclean animal. Okay. It has some of the worst habits, eating habits. Right. It doesn't have food. It's absolutely disgusting. It don't have the ability to properly digest its food. Okay. It cannot sweat. All right. Y'all Israelites according to the Bibles, brother. All right. Y'all gotta repent and keep the commandments. All right. So us eating it, you're not even supposed to be touching it. You see a dead pig, you're supposed to step over that thing and keep it pushing. You're not even supposed to be touching it, let alone eat it. But this world is not designed that way. This world is designed to get you to continuously, as soon as you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing on the menu? It's pig. It's some type of pork bacon or pork sausage. So as soon as you get up, man, you're going off immediately. All right, the Most High ain't dealing with that. All right, some of our forefathers have been willing to die rather than to eat swine's flesh. Okay, give me 1 Maccabees 7. Give me that in 1 Maccabees 7. Get right to it. All right, because this place right here, all right, just like it was in ancient times, they hate the law. Okay, they can't keep it, but they know it's for you. So they love to get you, they love to watch you, they love to see you breaking the laws that was given to you, because they know that if you continuously break those laws, they gonna continue to be on top.
Right.
They gonna rule this world. Ain't the so-called white man ruling the world today? All right. Ain't this a world of so-called white supremacy? Why is that? Because the Israelite is not in power anymore. We don't know the laws. Give me that, King. It's 25 degrees. All right.
2 Maccabees 7 and verse.
Right to the point. You looking for the source list? Yeah. First Maccabees and 7.
That'd be 7.
I think it started at 6, right?
Bring it out.
I want to show y'all this example because our forefathers would rather die instead of eat pig. So we eat that almost every day, all day. They put pork in all around your kitchen. So you can't have some without it having pork in it. You can't have a gummy bear because it's got pork in it. You can't have a marshmallow because it's got pork in it. All right, they just sneaking it in all your food. You don't even know that you eat it half the time. You gotta say it.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, 2 Maccabees 7 verse 1 to read.
It
It came to pass also that 7 brothers with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to take swine's flesh.
So these 7 brothers was Israelites by blood. You can't just be a spiritual Israelite. Right. You have to be born an Israelite.
Right.
Line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? So no longer let anybody tell you, hey, I'm a Jew because I choose to live as a Jew. I can't choose to live as a damn so-called Caucasian. I can't wake up and decide I'm going to be a damn Asian nigga. Right? No more that they can wake up and decide that they're going to be a Jew because that's a birthright. All right? Go ahead.
And were terminated with scourges and whips.
Hold on, okay.
But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldst thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die, rather to transgress the laws of our fathers.
All right, so you got to get yourself prepared. All right, you got to be ready to die, other than to walk away from these commandments. Otherwise, man, what you stepping into? What sort of ruler you gonna be? All right, you gonna stand boldly for the Lord? You gonna represent your people and represent the laws that was handed down to your people, right? Firmly, with 10 toes to the ground, ready to put your life on the line for it.
That's right.
All right, because your forefathers did it. How did the Lord die? How did the one that we call Jesus, how did he die? He was nailed to the cross for what? Why? To be a sacrifice for us. To be a sacrifice for the laws of his forefathers. He gave his life for it. Okay? How many of our people gave their life for the laws of our people? For the laws of our forefathers? Countless throughout the Bible, man. Countless. Okay, y'all said y'all believe in it, right? This is 100% true. All right? Look, it's all through history. So the sign is pointing at you. Destiny. All that is pointing at you. Okay? You gotta wake up as a people. We got to come back to these commandments. So you know not to eat pork, right? Do y'all eat shrimp, crab, and lobster? You can't eat it? All praise. Most time making sure you don't defile your temple like that. What about you, brother? You eat catfish? No? All praise to the Most High. People love to eat catfish. We love to eat these different things, even though we commanded not to, right? Read on in that. Read on in Leviticus 11. Let me show you that real quick.
Leviticus, reading on in verse Verse 9. Bring it out. And it reads, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, and the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
All right, so in order for our people to eat it, they have to pass the water. Family, y'all are Israelites according to the Bible. Y'all guys told the people, okay, y'all gotta repent and keep the commandments.
That's right.
All right, so if you're gonna eat it, it comes out the water. It's gotta have two things. It's gotta have fins. It's got to have scales. All right, them scales, that's like an armor on a fish that's keeping all them things off. But catfish ain't got scales. Okay, it's eating anything that's at the bottom of the ocean or the sea floor. All right. So that means it's an unclean animal. The shrimp is nothing but an underwater cockroach. These is things that evolved to live underwater. What's the crab? A spider, underwater spider. These are, again, our insects that evolved to live underwater. They're not gonna tell you that. They just gonna feed it to you, right? Because they hoping that you don't know.
Teach.
Your enemy was hoping that y'all wasn't gonna stop here and hear these words today.
That's right.
Right? Maybe you might get a little inquisitive. You might want to start watching a video or two. Now you're trying to keep the dietary laws now.
Right.
OG in the kitchen, she making bacon, she cooking up bacon and sauce and eggs and pancakes for you. You gonna eat that? You gonna eat that if she make that for you? But that's OG. She cooked you breakfast in the morning. She might go off on you. Hey, you gotta kind of deal with that and let her know, like, Mom, look, I'm trying to keep the commandments.
That's right.
The Lord say don't eat that.
At all.
Right? Okay? And you got to stand boldly because it's been for some of our forefathers, that's a light thing to go through. Some of our forefathers, they was tormented. Those 7 brothers I read about, you know what they did to them for not deciding to eat pork? You know the horrible things that they had to endure, and they endured it like men.
Man.
Okay, had their tongues cut out, had their limbs cut off, was fried in a giant frying pan. Can you imagine somebody making a giant frying pan to put you on it and fry you and cook you alive? Because you chose not to eat pork? You couldn't fathom that. So, hey, you got to catch a little hell from OG, you know what I'm saying, so be it. Next time she gonna know not to cook you no pork, right? Because it's turkey bacon out here, it's beef bacon, that's fire. It's even chicken bacon out here. All right, so that's all types of alternatives. You can get into this thing if you want to. So we just gave y'all the dietary law, right? We told you no shrimp, no crab, no lobster, no catfish, right? We told you about the clean fishes that you can eat. We told you no pork, all right? Let me show y'all something real quick. Each and every brother that you see up here, they're gonna have these on their garments. Now, what are these? These are called fringes, all right? This is a reminder. This is supposed to remind you. You look at your garment, you're reminded to keep the commandments. This is another commandment that our people has been told to keep. It ain't just a fashion statement. You can swag out. You can swag it out in these. But it ain't just a fashion statement. Give me that real quick, Ken.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse 37, and it reads, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel.
Who the children of Israel, brother? That's right. Go ahead.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
Okay.
And they put up on the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Stop right there. Hold on. So, with those fringes, you can get any color you want, right? But with those fringes, you're gonna see what? You're gonna see that border of blue. That's a royal color. That's a signification, man, of royalty, a royal priesthood, right? The greatest kings and priests that ever walk and grace this earth, man. With our footsteps. That's us, man. Go ahead and
Right.
with that.
Reading on in verse 39.
Read out.
And it shall be
Give me
unto
First
you
Peter
for
2,
a
man.
fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
So it reminds you to keep the commandments. You're gonna be a commandment keeping robot, man. You're gonna be programmed as soon as you get up in the morning. Hey, throw the fringes on. Gotta keep the commandments. Wherever I'm going, now I'm going to a restaurant. They serving pork and shellfish. I gotta keep the commandments.
That's right.
I don't even want to touch it. All right, you're gonna get to a point where it's gonna smell nasty till it's gonna make you sick just to smell it. You're gonna be kind of getting mad at them. You like, hey, wow, I'm still cooking that pork. It's making me sick. I can't stand the smell of it. Could you please stop cooking that pork in the morning? All right, you defiling your temple. Give me that in 1 Peter 2 and 9.
1 Peter 2 and verse 9.
Oh.
But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood,
Say what?
a royal priesthood, a holy nation,
Right.
a peculiar people, that ye should shoot forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into marvelous light.
Into his what?
Into his
marvelous light.
First Thessalonians 5:5. Okay? You a child of the light. You're not a child of darkness. Okay? You have been inducted, you've been born into a royal priesthood. Alright, that means something, man. That's got significance, man.
Right.
Alright? But with great power comes what? Like damn Peter Parker. Comes great responsibility, right? Yes. That means you got a responsibility on this earth. You've been chosen you've been chosen and you've been given a purpose, right? You're supposed to be a leader, man. You're not supposed to be looking at damn creepy, sleepy Joe Biden. They supposed to be looking to us, man.
Right.
They're supposed to be coming to you for their wisdom, their knowledge, their understanding. Right? This is prophesied to happen anyway. Somebody give me Isaiah 2. What I have.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians.
Yeah.
5 and verse 5 in the read.
Okay, but listen to this real quick.
Ye are the children of light and the children of day. We are not of night,
You're not of night.
nor of darkness.
You're not of darkness. Remember that, brothers. As y'all go in, y'all don't let it go through one ear and out the other. Y'all got y'all flies, right? Y'all gotta get into this thing. Okay, time is running out of this place. Alright? We ain't got much longer. We won't be out here forever.
Right.
You might find yourself, hey, where them brothers at that was out there in front of the damn, what's this? Indy Star, man. That was preaching the word. They said something about Israelites, man. Right? You don't want to be in that predicament.
Right.
Get yourself started today, keeping the commandments, man. You're going to give yourself the greatest possible chance of making it out this place. That's right. So what's your nationality before y'all go, according to what I told y'all?
That's right. God.
You are Israelite according to the Bible, okay? You're from the tribe of Judah, most likely. All right, kings. All right, brothers. Look, you should bless you. All right, shalom, king. Love them kings, man. Y'all had that in Isaiah 2? Give me that from the top, king.
Brother.
Hey, brothers, give me 2 minutes.
No.
For Beecher? Beecher? No. I want to ask you a question, king.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I'm trying to look it up for my car.
Yeah, them might be. This is a problem for me. Yeah. So, 2 and start at the top.
Isaiah 2 and verse 1. And it reads.
Hey, brother. You want to know how to be a ruler? You want to know how to rule? You want to be a slave? That's madness.
Madness!
And that's what you're going to be.
Lame. Isaiah 2 and verse 1. The Lord, it's like in the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Okay, what's the mountains of the Lord? What's the mountain of the Lord's house, man? Hey, brothers, y'all Israelites according to the Bible, man. Y'all guys chosen people, brothers.
Right.
Okay, we got to keep the commandments, man. Don't be a fool for these people, man. It's not funny. It's not cool to play yourself, to get no laughs, man. You gonna tell me you want to be a slave? Man, I kind of want to yoke them up, man.
God.
What the hell you talking about? That sound crazy. We're not people, we are destined to rule, man. We was destined to be the pinnacle sitting at the top of every nation on this earth, man. We was meant to be a light to these nations and show them how to move, how to walk in the darkness, man. These savages didn't even know how to wash their asses properly.
That's right.
They didn't even know how to wash up, man.
Stinking.
They was running around on all fours, man, like dogs.
God.
Barking. All right?
God. The Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountains.
Right.
It shall be exalted above the hills.
Right.
And all nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, come eat and let us go up to the mountains of the Lord.
Right. Don't you want to be established above the nations? Don't you want to be that source of information? Do you feel comfortable with watching the news at night and trusting them to tell you the truth and give you all your information?
Not at all.
Comfortable with the CDC and them telling you better wear a damn mask wherever you go, and you take this damn you take this damn what you call it, this axe. You take this axe, man, and you sit, and then you turn around and you die the very next day.
Man.
And you perfectly healthy. Do you trust these men when they don't have your best interests at heart?
Devils.
They can't tell you nothing about keeping the commandments.
Wicked.
They can't tell you nothing about how you need to conduct yourself. How do you need to care and love for your people, right? How you need to live, how to set up and establish a proper government and order and law. They can't tell you none of them things. But you better do everything that they tell you to do. Other words, that's your ass.
God.
That's the type of world that we living in right now, man. The world is completely and utterly backwards, man. It's backwards.
Let us go up to the mountain of the house like of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways,
right.
and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Don't you want to be that man that they come to, that these nations go into, that they run into, that they trying to live and be like, that they want to wear fringes, now they want to have a beard on their face, okay? They want to know how to live like a man, how to be a man in this world. Not a boy, not a child, not an animal.
God.
Okay? That could be you, that could be us, man. All right, that's prophecy. Prophecy has not been fulfilled yet. We still waiting for that day, man. The children of Israel are beginning to awaken and realize who they are as a people. You got so many of our people, they look for their adversaries, their enemies to save them, for direction, for guidance. Give me Lamentations 4:17 and give me Baruch 2 and 30.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. And it reads thus: as for us,
brother, sister, can I have 2 minutes? Y'all believe in the Bible?
Yeah, we already in.
Y'all believe in the Bible?
We already in.
What's y'all's nationality according to the Bible? Y'all know? Because y'all not black. They lying to you. You're not African American either. Y'all Israelites according to the Bible, y'all God's chosen.
That's right.
Okay, you a chosen people, man. What's wrong with accepting that? Why you can't accept that? Why would you rather be a nigga? Why would you rather be a damn African American? Why would you rather be a damn hairstyle, an Afro-American? What the hell is that? I want to call you a stringy-haired dog American.
That's right.
Stringy dog hair American. There goes something right there. I want to call them that, but they get to call me a damn hairstyle, a base color. I'm a damn Crayola crayon. And that's okay. That's all right for me. I go up and down these streets all damn day long. Before I knew the truth, I was calling myself all them things. Why? Because another man taught me. Because my enemy taught me that.
All right.
All right?
Did I have brothers on the
Go ahead, bring that
it's
up.
the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 verse 17, and it reads: as for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us.
We can trust them.
That cannot save us.
They got our best interests at heart.
That cannot save us.
They cannot save you.
At all.
They cannot help you. They don't care about you. All they want to do is use you. If they can't use you, what they gonna do? They gonna burn you.
God.
That's it. If you don't want to go with the program, right? What they gonna do? They gonna discard you. You're useless to them. You gotta be willing to allow them to step all over you like a damn doormat.
God.
All right? I'm tired of that.
Bring it up.
Okay, bring that out of Baruch 2, King.
Book of Baruch 2 and verse 30.
Bring it out.
And it reads, where I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
A what?
A stiff-necked people.
Right?
But in the land of their captivities,